Wake up, everyone. Good afternoon. When I say good evening, sorry, good evening, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the HubSpot. It's another edition of the week that was. Probably, I think what will happen today. Probably, most of you can already guess what will happen in that. Majority of the show will be centered around today's game. Again, big up, everyone. Welcome to the HubSpot. It's I'll say we can take it. Let's take it easy. It's only what they call this. I won't say it's only the second game because it's like it's I'm taking it lightly, but there's still a chance that what they call we can turn things around. We have probably almost three new players in the pitch, with one even coming hopefully after the international break. So everyone is taking it a bit easy. Things will turn around for the good. But I know most people are actually done in terms of faith in the manager, and I'll be honest too. Um, I, Siri, I wasn't talking to you. Siri, I wasn't talking to you. No. So Siri was trying to what they called. I wasn't talking to you. Thank you. Technology. Siri's listen to everything I'm saying. It's crazy. But again, big up everyone. And again, welcome to the HubSpot. Okay, let's get started. One second, guys. One second. One second. Okay, let's get started. Lots to not a lot to talk about outside end of the transfer window. Drex is on its way. Drex will probably join us shortly. But big up Banks, the football fan zone is already here with multiple comments, and, and he says it's only preseason touch. That's like it says it's only preseason touch. I wish it was only preseason, but no, we actually have it's a game, right? And we'll talk about it. And Banks, thank you, bigger Banks. And Banks have left lots of comments here. I'll go through every single comment Banks has left here, and just to also have that discussion. Drex is already here. Drex, you actually can comment anytime. Okay. So Banks' first comment. Before we go into let me give a highlight of what we'll talk about. The close of the transfer window, signing off Ugarte. Do we have? Is there a need to probably go and get in what they call a certain free agent? But again, the transfer, the weekly wage will be high, and I think lastly is about today's game. And can Tenak turn it around? I've seen several polls here and there on different channels, right? On what's happening. You could see the Tenak stay, Tenak out is 50-50. And to me, I think it's basically reactionary based on what happened there today. That probably will sway over time when you start digesting what happened in the game. But one thing though, I won't take away from it, probably we'll discuss about that later, is the fact that there is what they call it, we are not getting the best out of what we have. And is it a system issue? Right? Or again, which I think is my opinion, the manager is not as good in terms of man management. Might be good tactically, but man management. Hence why some players, I think it's the relationship with some players might probably impact how we play. Because again, you can say if you ask anyone, right? If we agree that most players go to a club because probably a manager has what they call leverage, right, to bring certain players to a club. The meaning so we also say a manager has leverage to have players play for him, right? Also, if there's a broken relationship between a manager and the player, regardless if the player plays for Manchester United, most times people actually play for their manager. And hence, right, if that manager is not the best in what they call in a man management relationship, that can impact how an employee or a player performs. Man, big up Drex, how are you?
You're still hot from the game, but it is what it is, bro.
It is what it is. Okay, first let's go into what they call. Let's go into the comments. Temba has left us here. Rasta Stock said he has no excuse. But let me just go through everything
Of
Temba
course.
has mentioned. Okay, Temba, your first comment say once Rashford gets his new contract, he knew it was on easy street and hasn't done one since then. I think that's something again probably would I don't know if you Drex like it, but for me, I think I was being concerned though when Rashford was having that contract and ends. I was more so he might be playing for the contract. And since after the contract, he hasn't done anything. Drexen, any thought before I move to the next one?
Bro, it's For me, right, I think I'm looking at it now. I'm asking myself, could it be the system? Could it be that Rashford, like, could it be right? Because we saw what Rashford did in the manager's first
Season.
season. People could
Yeah.
say maybe it was post contract and all of that, but second season, not so much of Rashford. All right. So I'm asking myself, could it be that? Is it the system that's not making them flourish, or is it that Rashford is just done? Because for me, Rashford is looking like he's
They've
trying to
lost.
play to he's trying to play to instruction, right? But I don't know what's happening, bro.
Okay.
I feel like he needs a new challenge, or
Okay.
maybe if another coach had come in, maybe the new coach, new manager bounce, maybe would have took effect. But
Okay. Quickly, and I'll leave the what I call the link on the chat if anyone wants to join here. Wants to join, I think I copy it. 1 second. Copy. Control V. Okay. I'll leave the link on the chat there if anyone wants to join. So basically, it says Onana is the worst goalkeeper in the league. He's a liability. Onana Palace. I think honestly, if a new coach comes, Onana is gone. I think so.
I don't know if this is, I don't know, but I just feel like I want the manager to actually allow allow this boy play, Onana play the allow Nana play all the league games while Bayern there play cup games. Let's at least see what Bayern there has to offer, right?
Mhm.
That's because for the maybe one could say second goal, right? But the third goal, obviously, his positioning, bro, man.
Yeah,
I know
and
you could
I
we
think
could
I
argue
think
that we
I
let
think
we
he dived for diving sake.
one could big up Rasta stock. One could actually argue that one could
Yeah, big
argue
up,
that
big up.
yeah, one could argue that he the defense, they let the ball to do all those play, right? But at least you're the last line of the defense, right? Whatever happens in front of you, you should be ready to take control to to the best of your ability, do what you can. But I feel like every shot at Onana, it's a goal. I'm not going to disregard the system that's making that possible, but it just feels like every shot at Onana, bro, it's a goal.
Yeah, because the keeper is meant to at least have a bit of what I call a bit of even like you're there to save, right? So if something goes wrong, that's what I call you save. You save, right? Rasta stock. Big up, how are
What's
you?
going on? What's going on, man? Bro, like, ah, I don't, it's like, bro, it's like, I've said this from the middle of last season, and every New United fan in New York here that's saying I'm delusional, I'm crazy. I said, bro, Rashford is physically here, but mentally checked out, right? I said, Casemiro don't have the gas no more. I said to him, yeah, we did good in the FA Cup, right? Casemiro scored that nice header. I give credit where credit is due, but bro, when it comes to big games, bro, especially when it comes to our main rivals, bro, our main rivals, it's like we just park the bus and like here, hey, it's yours.
Yeah, yes.
So I'm just like I watched the game from start to finish, and I couldn't believe what the hell I was watching, bro. I'm just like, bro, I'm just like,
You're still
I'm just
shocked.
like, bro, I was in so much shock. When I say I was in so much shock, I'm just like, okay, what the hell am I watching? Like seriously, we I gave the fact the manager had all I give him credit. Okay, you had injuries, yes, blah blah blah. But this is a new season. This is a new season. Only players you have injured is what?
The,
Mount,
and
um,
Rasmus.
Euro.
Rasmus,
No,
Euro,
I don't
and
I
and
don't
and and um
I don't want to
and
call Euro
Martial.
because
Huh?
Euro I don't want to say Euro because Euro just got through the door. It's not like he
Just got
used.
to, but our main players, some of our
Yeah, that's what
main
I'm saying.
players is injured, right? And we have everybody else that's fit. Use what you have to win games, bro. You see, if we had draw with Liverpool today, all right, I'll take it. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not what I wanted, but we drew, bro. We literally handed them the 3 points, and I'm just like, then he come on a press conference and saying, "Oh, I'm not Harry Potter. You know, we won trophies, bro, bro, bro. If I had
Those,
the power to
mhm.
jump through the screen, I'll go up on that stage and I'll choke the life out of this coach, bro."
No, it's not.
Bro,
It's not there yet.
listen, I'm glad that we won the FA Cup. I'm glad we won some silver trophies, bro. I remember when teams used to be afraid to play at Old Trafford, bro. Other teams used to be afraid to play us. Now
It's
we're just,
the
we're just like, we're
it's
just
the
like, bro, we're the new Spurs, bro.
it's
We're
the
the
it's
new
the
Spurs.
it's the way the manager. I believe it's the way the manager. Not think. I believe it's the way the manager set us to play. But the thing is, what I don't understand, what I don't get is just we had a bad result. We had it was an appalling result. It was a result that we shouldn't be even thinking about. Player managers have done something worse than the and managers have even done something in the same category and they were let go of their jobs, right? But the thing is, this new system just got on, right?
Sorry, guys.
They Yeah, this system, the structure just got in, and I would say for me, I still feel like we will take. For me, my expectation still stands, right? Top four and the Europa League, right? Anything happens before then, so be it. Anything
Bro,
that happens
I
with
don't see we going in top four. I don't think so. Maybe top six, but top four,
Rasta,
no, no.
Rasta for me, right? We've given this manager all, or if not, no manager gets 100% of what they want. We've given this manager at least to a larger extent of what he wants, right? Or he wanted. He cannot come and tell us because he didn't have the young. That's why he's not making anything stick. We've
Yeah,
given him what he wants. At
yeah,
least I can say 85%, and that's
yeah,
a good
yeah.
mark.
Everything that he wanted, he got.
Yeah.
He
So
got he
from
got the left back and the
that's
right
why
back he
I'm
wanted.
no that's why that yes that's why I'm putting my foot down in terms of top four and the Europa League. Because I've looked at the
Hmm.
Europa League. No, bro, I've looked at the Europa League. I've looked at the teams in the Europa
But
League,
the only
right?
team I could say that possibly poses a threat is Porto and Fenerbahce. That's it. That's it.
In not even in our group, I'm talking about in the Europa League as a whole, bro. I've looked at that group and I've said every team in that Europa League we can beat,
No, to
right?
clear clubs come
We
from
could,
Champions League
we,
though.
we, we, we,
No,
we could,
nobody comes
we
from
could be
Champions
them.
League anymore.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Nobody
But,
comes from
but
Champions League anymore. We could beat them. So that's why I'm saying a Europa League is a must and a top four. If we are that's why I'm still calm. People are like, maybe they want to call names, right? I'm still calm because I still feel like this is the third game of the season, right? We still have what 35 games to go. Whilst
bro,
anything,
but that's what we said about the second game.
yes,
That's what we said about the
that's
second game. So we
yes.
cannot say that again, bro. No,
Okay,
no,
okay. I scrapped
no.
that off. I'm taking that off, right? But the truth is, we still have lots of games to play. There's still going to be the Europa League. There's still going to be Temba. I'm not saying whether we go far in the Europa League or not. I'm saying for me, because a lot of people are saying, why am I not looking at the manager tag? Why am I not joining the people to say we've had enough is enough, and start calling out the manager and you know what's not right? I have done my part. I've said what I want to say. The system today was poor. People are talking like as though we didn't get for me, I felt like we got lucky against Fulham because if Fulham are taking their chances, right? If not
Mhm.
for Maguire that did block 1-2v1, right? If Fulham has taken their chances, would have ended up drawing that game and have lost to. We lost to Brighton and we are losing. That would have been 1 point in possible nine. That would have been disaster. right? But the midfield, Tesh, I've been saying this over and over and over and over. The midfield for United is too easy to play against. Tesh, if you and I do a pick up 11 right now, right, and just tell the guys, do a double marking on this player, on that player, would hold this current United team, because the midfield is too easy to play against. And
So
while some people want to call on some players, right? Some players had their faults to play. I'm not going to absorb any player from it. But the system, I believe, is the system that is exposing them. So I'm going to just keep my cool until the end of the season. If we don't make top 4, right? If they decide to sack him between now and that time, fine. But if we don't make top 4, then somebody has to type up the letter and put it in a yellow. You know that
so
Sky Sports screen, the yellow one? Yeah, do it like
so
that.
so
Rest,
so so,
rest. I have
so,
something to say. Yeah.
so I'm looking at the table.
Mhm.
Man City 9 points. Liverpool, oh, we gave them their 9 points. Oh, Brighton, oh, we gave them their 3 points. 7. Arsenal 7. Newcastle 7. Oh,
We are
Brentford 6.
we are 14.
Aston Villa 6. Bournemouth 5. Forest 5.
Forest
Tottenham
5.
4.
Good.
Chelsea 4. Fulham 4.
And they've not
West
played
Ham.
tough opponents.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. West Ham 3. We don't have 3 points no more. I mean, the 3 points out there is not going to be there no more. We're going to go back to 0.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is, bro, is, and I think I said this in the last stream that we in, bro. The players don't play like they mean it.
No,
Play
I
like
think
you
it
mean it,
is.
bro. I don't see no passion.
I
Show a
think it's
little,
no.
show a little aggression, bro. Show
Yes.
this when it comes to your big rivals, bro. That's when you push out everything you have, and that's our biggest rival. We made history. We made history with this club, beating
Mhm.
them at Anfield, winning a FA Cup, winning a FA Cup at quarterfinals at Anfield. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Mm.
Yo, so when they put on, when some players put on the badge, bro, that badge means something, bro. It's not no little small thing, bro. The crash in Munich alone should show you, bro. This is a big club. People literally died for this club, bro. People literally died, and you have players just don't wanna play. They want to sit home and play FIFA.
No, but Rasta, now that you're bringing that into play, right? Even the I feel like there's something wrong, because if you look at it properly, right? Maybe it's an Eric Ten Hag thing, because Tesh has actually opened my eyes to see that Eric Ten Hag actually has more power than we think, right? Because there should be something about this whole system that is making some good players look so average and even poor. Casemiro, we know that his legs are gone, but he isn't that bad of a player. There's something about the system that has caused it to be like that. Look at all of a sudden Kobe Mano is getting swamped. It's the system, bro. The same.
So
I called it a foul.
what was the formation we played in today? I
It's the
don't
same.
remember.
It's the same 4 1
Is it
3 4 1
Four
2 4
four
4
one
2.
two.
No, 4-2-3, one person in front.
So
Where where
and the last time we beat Liverpool in the
we
quarterfinals,
played it we played it 4-2-2-2.
4-4-4-2-2, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, right, I feel like yes, you have to switch up formation from time to time, and I felt like if we did a 4-3-3, right? I feel like that would have been a better formation, bro.
But we did it.
Reason being, bro, like Ten Hag is too predictable with the formations, bro. He's too predictable. You need to switch it up, and he doesn't. bro.
Mhm.
The formation that you played. You say he played right. We did it with Brighton and we did it with Fulham. We did it with Brighton and Fulham. What makes him think it's gonna work with Liverpool?
Mhm.
That's the question. That's a question for the guys upstairs to like, yo, you're doing this thing. We like for me, when people were saying Fulham, I know we did create chances in Fulham. That's why I was saying put the ball away so doesn't look so obvious. Against Brighton, same we all saw the same thing, right? Again,
Mm-hmm.
now we see. I bet you. I'm like 70% or 65% sure that after the international break, this man is gonna switch this thing back to maybe to 4-2-2-2. Like he's
Yeah,
gonna literally because
because
he's seen that there's something he has seen, but if he continues like this, December will be too far before they sack him.
because
Yeah,
I was thinking though, how did we play when the first season Tena came, right? Casemiro, Bruno, and Ericsson were the main midfielders, but we did well. How come? How did that fall apart? How?
Because now he has decided to switch it up too because he didn't play in transition in attacking. He did not do the 3-1-6. He still kept on. He still held on to his 4-1. If you
I
notice
can tell you, bro. Favoritism.
in that season when we went forward, right, it was more of a counter attack with a little bit of refinement from inside. But he
Mhm.
did not go the 3-1-6 formation. No, no, no. He did not sacrifice those fullbacks to push them high up the pitch. It was still trying to play with these guys on the account of what they already knew, right? But second season, he tried to, even with the injury. So now I'm thinking, okay, he's saying that he wants to actually put that system in play. But I don't think that system is what I don't think that system fits the Premier League. I do not think
Honest,
that system
un,
fits
un,
the Premier League.
honestly, bro, I just feel like his style of play don't fit the Premier League. His style of play, bro. This is not Ajax, bro.
The,
This is not Ajax. This is not the Netherlands, bro. You
no,
feel me?
the thing is about it's not about being Ajax, right? I just feel like he has something at the back of his mind, and he believes that he has the players right now to do it. A lot of people are saying he doesn't have a style of play. Doesn't he has a style of play, but the style of play is one that is too easy to counter. Like if you draw it up, every manager, even a young manager that just left school today, right, will be able to poke a hole or two in his style of play and get the better result. That's why I keep saying, for the way Eric Ten Hag wants to play, the players up front, the attackers or the frontline players have to be clinical. Because if you're not clinical when you get your chances, the way Eric Ten Hag has set up is the system that he's operating in gives the opposition who knows how to do what they want to do a lot of opportunity to get at you.
So yeah. So
So
who we play next? Because I even got a
South-
chance to look at
Southampton.
Southampton,
Southampton, right? And honestly, bro, you mentioned up in the front our finishing,
yeah,
and honestly, bro, in the next 5 games, bro, I need to see Rashford on the bench. I need to see him on the bench, bro, because I don't care if he came up from the academy. I don't care what he did. Bro, at this point, Rashford is finished, bro. He's done. He should have left the club. He should have moved on out, bro. Because, bro, the way Rashford played today, oh, he played good, bro. No, he did not. I, before I
but
came on over here with you guys, I was on a group chat call, and Rashford had a chance to score a goal and he backtracked. Like, bro, why are you backtracking? Shoot, take a chance right there. He did nothing. Did nothing. You know who I need to see in the front, especially on Rashford's side? Garnacho. I need to see Ahmad in the front, and whenever Haaland comes back, and Xerxes. Bro, I need to see Rashford on the bench. If he wants to be in some cup games, okay, whatever. As far as the Premier League, Rashford needs to be benched, bro. No,
We, but you
absolutely
know,
not.
even
I,
to be honest with you guys, right? Why we're calling Garnacho, Ahmad, and Rashford, right? If you're looking at Liverpool's wingers, right? You can't compare United to their wingers. You
No, you can't.
cannot.
bro, honestly, their wingers are better than ours.
As in,
100%.
so we
But,
need
but,
that
but, but
level of wingers.
all I'm saying is we need people up in the front that's willing to take the chance. That's physically and mentally here, willing to take the risk for a shot. Rashford is too scared to play today, bro. Rashford is playing like he just coming out of diapers, bro.
I,
He playing
I,
like he just coming
I,
out of
I don't
diapers, bro.
I
No,
don't know. For me, I don't even see Ugarte. Fanzone is saying that Ugarte isn't fixing this, and it's unfair to burden him with. I don't see Ugarte fixing this, right?
Maybe it's
If
open.
the manager is still playing when we attack in attacking phase, if he's still doing the 3-1-6. Now, if you're playing the 3-1-6, I don't have a problem with it. But our players, right, don't have. It cannot just be Ugarte sprinting back and forth, right? Dalot and Mazraoui, they'll be doing a lot of work, running. Like Liverpool player manager said it, that when we don't have the ball, we tend to do a lot of running, right? And these players don't have the energy to be doing that. It's obvious. Look at Liverpool's players. They run from the minute the referee started the game to when he ended the game, right? So and also I don't know what they are doing in the training ground, right? It feels like I don't know what pattern they're working on when it comes to the attacking phase. Sometimes we get to the final third and we look lost. The minute you're supposed to let the ball go, that's the time you want to hold on to the ball to try and see if you could dribble past one or two. Eric Ten Hag, I believe he likes his job, right? And once the pressure start mounting, once Ineos start getting the sniff of, fans are beginning to point fingers at them for keeping a manager, bro, I feel like they will be under pressure to sack the manager. And
bro.
rightly so. And rightly so if he doesn't turn
Fun,
things
fun.
around.
It's funny you said that, right? I just noticed how they brought in two assistant managers, especially Van Nistelrooy. Especially Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy was a full manager for a season at what? PSV, right?
Yeah.
PSV, yeah.
He won one trophy, right? And I'm not saying Van Nistelrooy is a good replacement or well-round proven coach, because the only major trophy he won as a coach was a domestic League Cup in PSV. But as far as I know, Van Nistelrooy is a proven striker, which we've watched and seen on the pitch over the years, right? But I just feel like there's something missing. I feel like the knowledge he's passing on to these players is like these players are not listening and taking his advice. Because even when we had the Charity Shield, how the hell Rashford missed that goal? Granted, Garnacho missed the goal too, but it's just like the finishing, bro. The finishing is just like it's just like it's like glass. The finishing is like glass. It's just like glass, bro.
I
Like,
understand. See, I think that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Temba, football fans will say we doesn't think we'll go far at the Europa League, right? I cannot call doom when it hasn't happened yet, right? The future, I don't know the future. I'm just gonna keep my optimism high right there because I still feel like this team. I've seen this team, and Temba was saying something about Pep being the shrewdest manager. He didn't lose the FA
listen,
Cup on purpose. He did
I,
not
I
lose it. He did
in
not
the
lose
next
the FA Cup on purpose.
in the next five league games,
Mhm.
you see, on the
Yeah.
fifth game,
From
I,
now,
I I'll give him five more games. Five more games. This
that's
coach,
that's
five more.
eight. That's eight in total, right?
Yes,
Okay.
but I'll give him that. I'll give him that, right? But you see, after that,
No, Rasta,
I think
Rasta,
I
Rasta.
think
What
I
if he
think
does well in the next 5 games and we start seeing these same patterns after that?
Honestly,
Bro. You know what I said? I give him the next 5 games and see if he slips back in the old pattern.
Done.
Done,
Test,
bro. We gotta be
test.
ruthless, bro. No,
Yeah, Test. Remember last season when towards the end of the season I said, "Out. Let's give this manager another year under this new structure.
Mhm.
If by December he's not cutting it, he's not pulling up his weight, he's not doing the things that is expected of him, what did I say? Bro, they have to let him go. So that's why right now I can't even say, oh, it's still I can't. I have to stand. I'm standing on that ground, right? Let's see what he can do. I'm not saying give him time. I'm saying for
no.
me,
He had more than enough time,
he's
bro.
got
More
time.
than enough.
Let's see what he can do. That's why I like bringing it. That's why it's in that context I said this is just game 3. Let's see what if you want to sack this manager, if you want to actually salvage anything from this season, then sack him right now that we are going into an international break. But if they would not do that, right, then I have to stay true to December and see, because by December we would have played what, if not half of the game, half of the season, right? Would have played half of our fixtures, right? At that point, would have been able to now draw. For me, I still feel like if they want to keep him until the end of the season, I don't have a problem with it. I will keep my cool, my
Bro,
cool.
bro, bro, bro,
But top four,
we're,
see that top four,
we're
top four,
six.
we
We're
have to
six
make it.
points behind. We're 6 points behind.
I don't know I don't care what he wants to do, but you see that top four, he has to get himself in that top four.
Bro, we're 6 points behind. So I'm hearing what you say, bro. That he has to, because his job will be on the line. His job will be on the line. He'll be on the chopping block, right? But I just feel as if he's just gonna fall back in the same pattern. He gonna fall back in that same pattern, right? And nothing but excuses. If you failed, you failed, right? If you made the wrong substitutions, okay, admit that. But bro, he's not admitting it. Today in the press conference, he sounds so delusional, bro.
Yeah,
Guy
I don't
sounds
think
so delusional.
I
Oh,
wouldn't.
I'm not. Yo,
I
yo,
just,
the last thing I got to make. I'm gonna say one thing. Oh, I'm not Harry Potter. Who asked you if he was Harry Potter?
but that he went off on that one. He went off on that one. Big up, Tommy. He went off on that.
Big up, guys.
That statement right there. I'm not Harry Potter. Like nobody asked you that, right? I and this is what when people say, okay, what's in it in this manager that I see so much that I'm backing him, bro. I'm just waiting. For me, top four has to be whether. See, if he wants to do a magic wand, if he wants to go in while we sleep, right? While we sleep, he
Magic
try
what?
while we sleep, he does something with the table, right?
Magic
If,
what?
if
Yeah.
he wants if he wants to do something about that, right? While we are sleeping, he go trap make
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
he raise he start adding points to United's point, right? Anything he wants to do, he should do. But come that end of the season, right? Bro, end of the season, he has to give us top four. I don't know how he wants to do it, bro. Because
I think though,
I have that patience to wait for him to the end of the season. People might not, but I do have the patience.
I think Tanag, the big games, losing the big games won't sack him. It's the small games that probably will struggle. That's where Tanag would get a sack from. But I think like one would say, okay, you know what, Liverpool, they're a good side. But I think you see how we struggled against Fulham. I expect 2 or 3 small teams to actually beat us. That's where
But
Tanag probably will
but
be.
but but I gotta say one thing though, right? As much as I'm criticizing our manager too, I gotta say one thing. I mean, what's his name? Arnold Slots. Arnold Slots, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot, yeah.
He inherited a good team. He
Yeah.
inherited a good team. He inherited a good side. So
Yes,
So I wanted to come on the board.
I'll give him that credit. But at the same time, right? Ten Hag played against this manager previously,
Oh, he did?
right? So Ten Hag should already know the strategies he's
oh
gonna
yeah.
pull.
Yeah.
I don't
Tommy,
think the strategy really mattered today.
I don't. Tommy, what's your take on the game, bro?
You got to remember that we played a midfield that has been together for a long time. They all know each other. They all have played in that squad for 3 or 4 seasons under Klopp. They consistently finish in the top 4. They're an excellent midfield. We started with an aging Casemiro, a teenager, and Bruno. My concern is squad depth. Our midfield squad depth is not good enough to compete to finish in the top 4. So I like to be glass half full. So I'm trying to be positive, but my expectations and perspective for this year, I don't really mind if we don't finish top 4, because it's I want to say it's a rebuild year, but it's not. We've got to get our shit together right now. We have. There's no two ways about it. But Casemiro, 2 mistakes. Diaz, 2 goals. So at half time, the players go in with the most experienced midfielder getting subbed off. It's embarrassing. Now, then players then come out in the second half, scared, don't know what to do against one of the best midfields, constantly good midfield for the last 3 or 4 seasons. It wasn't going to go well in the second half. Young Collier, bless him, he'd come on and tried his hardest. Maino got caught on the ball a few times because they just outdid us in midfield because they're so experienced and they're top quality players. But my biggest problem is our squad depth. This is going to happen all season again if we don't bring in better quality, experienced midfielders. As regard to Eric Ten Hag, something not right, is there, guys? It's as if the players just don't get it. It's as if they just don't understand what they're supposed to do in certain positions. The amount of times they ran themselves into holes. Or I played a lot of basketball, and we used to have a thing called a half-court press, where you try and corner the runner into the corners so that they can't get out. Well, we were getting run into the corners and then we couldn't get out and we were losing the ball. That was happening all day. Like 2 men pressing us and pushing us into the corners and then we lose the ball. Rashford, unfortunately, he's got to be benched because he's got 0 confidence, bless him. The poor lad's got 0 confidence. You could see it every time he got on the ball. He wasn't looking at one-on-one.
Thank you.
He was looking to come back. So
I was looking for an outlet to just let go of the ball and don't be.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him mentally, but he's not right. He's got to come out of the team. He's got to.
But the money, but
on a
that's
positive note,
He's gonna cost us games. He's gonna cost us games.
He is going to cost us.
And I said it.
Casemiro cost us a game today because we go in half time 2-0, everybody's heads down, and then Casemiro gets taken off. I mean, what kind of positivity
do you think that that's a rookie move by the manager for taking Casemiro off? Do you think
he had to do it?
He has to do it. Honestly, Tommy, to say though, I know you said the Liverpool midfield is probably 3 or 4 years, but if you look at though, it's probably a year or 2 though, or 2 years, because when you look, they brought in McAllister, Sabosley, Gravenberg, and also Endo in probably the last 2 years. So it's fairly a new midfield. How are they now better in terms of playing us? Isn't it a system thing?
They've already got 70, 80 games under the belt as a midfielder, as a midfield team. That 4 or 5 that he rotates have all played together already for 70 plus games. They know each other. Last 2 seasons finished top 4 under Klopp. Even McAllister and Gravenbach, although Gravenbach played a bit part last year and was a sub coming in and out, he's got off this season to an absolute flyer. He's in the form of his life. So Gravenbach was superb. Let's face it. McAllister's top draw. Sobersley's top draw. Second half, we're playing 2 inexperienced teenagers against that.
True. Yeah. True.
Do you know what I mean, guys? It's just what can we expect, really?
But why didn't he just go with the same way he approached last season when he played Liverpool, both home and away?
Yeah, like knocking. I'm not like, you're basically you're safeguarding, you're protecting, you're compact, right?
Or even the second half, or even after you've gone 2 goals down, right? Why not keep it tight? Make because we kept seeing the same thing: 2-man press, blocking the passing lane, cutting out players don't know what to do when a player holds on to the ball. Even in the 3-1-6 transitional shape, it feels like everybody's just all over the place. we lose the ball, and don't forget, whilst I want to make the manager has his own blame, right? Is it that our
Mm.
players don't know how to make the best option, don't know how to take the best option when it comes to passing? Because you cannot see that the passing lane is caught and not just go back. Like there was a player I saw with Casemiro. He was cornered, right? For me, just put your left foot on that ball and go across to the other side of the pitch. I don't know what he did. Whether he wanted to put that ball out of play, right? But he realized that would be too shameless or cowardly of him.
They just put it up,
He
right?
just left it. No, he just left it.
Oh yes, yes, left. Yeah, it's left. Yeah, yes,
Liverpool player just. I'm like, bro,
yes,
swing
yes.
your left foot. If there's anything we talk about Onana not being good enough, if there's anything I know about Onana, put that ball to Onana, right? He will take that ball and distribute it, even if he has to take it long. So the goalkeeper is always your last outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, we were giving the balls. Even Martinez did the same thing, and I'm like, fine. I know the system is exposing a few of you guys, but what is wrong in you guys not being able to pass the damn ball? Pass the
Bro,
ball,
the pressure for Liverpool was crazy.
bro. It's not a test.
We keep getting trapped on the wings.
If you are being pressured, what do you do as a defender? Your goalkeeper is not pressured. You pass the ball to your goalkeeper, and you create the passing lane for him. What happens if he doesn't want to pass to you? He shoots the ball out. No. See, I know Onana takes a lot of whip, and I've given him his own, right? I know, but the truth is, when you're under pressure and you're a defender or you're a defensive midfielder and you've looked at the forward play, your passing lane is blocked. Bro, recycle the ball, bro. Recycle the ball.
What do you
So
think about this?
ball.
What do you think about this formation that's here? Though it looks fairly compact. Though that
I just want us to try it because we keep getting trapped on the wings. Our wingers keep getting trapped all the time. Give Garnacho a free role in behind Xerxes. Play with five at the back. We'll stop an arm.
I don't
You know, I don't know. I just think it's something different. We've got to try.
It's different,
such
right?
problem with wingers.
My own problem is even our wingers, they don't know how to even Garnacho and Rashford today, they don't know how to drop back to even help. They don't know. It feels like both of them, their legs are gone. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like
at age 27.
no, bro. If you look at the game, Salah is doing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Is Salah younger than Garnacho?
No,
Oh,
nope.
Diaz is doing back and forth,
Salah is up there in age.
If Diaz is doing back and forth, we every time we counter, they go. Every time they get the balls, Diaz is already in our box. So, are you telling me that Garnacho can't run, bro? Man, bro.
What do you think about this one?
I disagree. Ole had Pogba. Ole had all. I disagree, bro.
What?
Temba's in good form tonight, isn't he? Because Real Madrid won 2-0.
Yeah, they want to, yeah.
He was really worried about the game as well. He was like before the game, he was like, "Oh, I don't know about Betis. I'm really worried." So he's in good form tonight.
See, going forward, I just have to keep my cool and just wait. Some people say 10 games, some say 5, some people say they are done. Oh, that's cool, right? Not everybody can take what they're seeing at the list, right? Just cool, right? Now you see statement like this from Temba, right? It's why I curse on the finishing. It's why I actually go off on we not taking our chances. Because if we are taking our chances, that Fulham game easy 4-0, 4-1. Mm-hmm. If Fulham could have scored maybe 1 or 2, easy 4-goal, easy, right? Against Brighton, it would have been an easy 3-2. You feel me, right? So that's why for me I keep nailing on finishing, and I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do in the training ground, right? I don't know what they do, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, you remember when Jamie Carragher said, "Leave the football before the football leaves you."
Mm-hmm.
About Casemiro.
Yeah.
today was the perfect example of that again. So I just feel like within this year, Casemiro, within the rest of the season, Casemiro needs to start looking somewhere else to move on to, because we cannot afford mistakes like that from him. And as much as Maguire came on, Maguire makes his mistakes too. Both of them make mistakes. Right? We can't afford no more slip ups, no more mistakes like that, especially from those two. But more so Casemiro. You want you're a Champion League winner, experienced player.
Rasta.
You cannot be making mistakes like that. Feel me?
Rasta, I
So
don't
Casemiro needs to move on this season.
no Rasta, I don't think I think is the I still put it down to 50% the player, 50% the system. Because Casemiro is not that didn't just fall off the cliff, right? From season one for Eric Ten Hag and this third season that we're just entering the third season, right?
Uh-huh.
Casemiro didn't fall off the cliff, right?
Yeah,
Casemiro
he
did
looked
not.
lost today in the formation, didn't he?
I think is this. I think is the system. If we go back to what not the 3-1-16, right? Actually keep the four back. Like if we had to do a attack, we all attack, right? In
Uh-huh.
a system where you have maybe your three and one of your fullback stays with Casemiro in the midfield, right? While you push up your midfielders and to support the attack. If we did that, right, I think that if we did that, Casemiro won't look lost, in my opinion. Casemiro will not look lost. We all say Casemiro legs are gone, rightly so, but I feel like the system also is
System doesn't help.
contributing to this obvious weakness that we are seeing.
We are too far apart.
We're too far. That 3-6-1, Casemiro does not have the pace, and when he gets the ball, right, that sometimes because they know Casemiro doesn't have the pace, and because a lot of people know that Casemiro is not that type of player that will start your face for you, right? They put the pressure on, and the man either he gives the ball away or he tries to do a long one and he loses the ball or he's been charged, right? So for me, because if you look at second goal and third goal, right? If you look at second goal and third goal, it's almost the same thing. Casemiro got, quote and unquote, in my opinion, got fouled, but the referee says no. They collected the ball. Meno, the same thing, right? So for me, someone has to be alongside these guys. So if you say Casemiro's legs is gone, what would you say about Meno? Because it's almost the same exact bit of play that cost us those two goals. So for me,
But may I ask you a question? How much experience does Casemiro have to Kobe Manu? Kobe Manu barely have any experience as Casemiro.
I know, but I'm saying the system also. We shouldn't just blame.
No,
We should,
trust me. I'm hearing what you're saying, bro. Trust me, I'm hearing what you're saying. But at the same time, the system. Hey, this is how I want you guys to play, right? But the players in themselves, listen.
they
If
got
I feel like
mentalized.
if I feel like I'm being pressured,
Mhm,
or if I see where I'm going to be boxed in, I need
mhm,
to pass the ball on so I
mhm.
won't be boxed in and lose it, bro. We lost the ball so many times today. Hey, we even lost the ball from Xerxes. Hey, we lost the ball from Garnacho. We lost the ball from Rashford. Right. I'm not saying we barely had good possession of ball
We don't
of the
have
ball
players
today.
that can. We don't have players that can keep the ball. I
Yeah.
tell you no lie. We don't have players that can keep the ball. And
So
also, I think that's also down to the system, because the system we want to play, quick transition, get the ball to the final third, and do. And at the final third, hear this out now. At the final third, the manager wants to quick play, get the ball to the final third. But at the final third, bro, we do not take our chances even when these guys create. Now,
yes.
that gives the opposition defense some breather, because okay, these guys have like, take your chances, bro. Mental ball game is saying he's making this club get used to being embarrassed by our rivals, bro. It's the system is not working, and Eric Ten Hag has to go to maybe this international break. could not have come better and
So
faster.
this is the thing. You said something earlier. What are they doing in training? Because what are they doing in training and doing on the pitch? It's not the math is not mathing right there.
No, it's not. It's not adding up because if you're doing serious business in training and on the pitch, we are seeing so much lose like a destica play. Therefore, means all you guys are doing in training, like what Temba has been saying, is just drinking zobo or drinking juice. Just come, let's go. Because I do not understand for the life of me why a professional football player will be losing the ball like that. Fine, the system has got its own problem to deal with,
Exactly,
right?
and especially today, right? Today, when we had a chance, we had two chances to score the goal, right? For me, when Xerxes had the header, but he just hit the ball in the goalkeeper's hand. Remember, you hit the ball right in the goalkeeper's
No,
hand.
one of the reasons why I will not really go hard on someone like Zexi is
No, no,
because
no. I'm not going.
it's the
I'm not going
opportunity.
hard on
Yeah.
him. But listen, he saw the opportunity to take the chance, and he took the chance,
That
right?
was a big chance missed. I won't lie to you. That was a
And
big
that
chance.
was a big chance. And listen, Rashford had a chance to score a goal. He didn't take it. And to me, Garnacho didn't. I didn't really see Garnacho have much of a chance to score a goal. But I'm just saying, bro, Rashford had a better chance than Xerxes to score a goal, and Rashford didn't even bang the ball in the net or make the attempt. He just went. He just moved back and passed the ball. It's like he's afraid.
Tommy, before we go, right, I want to get you on this one. I know Mental Ball Game is saying if the system hasn't worked for 2 years with 650 M spent, over 20 players incoming, it needs to go, right? How, see, how much time, right? What are you saying, Tommy? Are you waiting to see the out this season and see if you could turn things around, or you feel like
Well, if it stays the way that it is, he's not going to get a full season. But you've got to remember, Sir Jim is very, very shrewd. Every single person he's gone after, he's got into the club.
Yeah.
I think he brought Rude in for a very specific reason.
To replace Ten Hag.
Work out with Ten Hag, he's already got someone there that can replace him. Now, Ten Hag said today, I ain't got a magic wand. I'm not Harry Potter. You know what? Let's bring in Graham Potter then, because he'll do a better job than what Ten Hag's doing at the minute.
Compare him to Emery Drake.
I'm not against Eric Ten Hag, but it is not working. We've seen it didn't work last year. But let's hope when Agati comes in, it changes.
Tommy, I tell you for free now. I tell you this: the system that we are playing, right? It's not. Ugarte will be found out quickly.
Yeah,
it will be because Kobe Meno was playing the same system, the same thing. It took Casemiro off and put Kobe Meno in that position where Casemiro was playing, thinking maybe it was Casemiro's leg, but obviously it wasn't Casemiro's legs. It was the system. Right, and the reason why he did that because he could not just trust. I felt like Koila could have been able to do Casemiro's job. Young Koila is too raw that he wouldn't just put that responsibility on him. That's why I said, okay, Meno do that for me. But we saw that it's the same thing. With this same thing, let me just read out this comment about compare him to Emery Drex. He had 3 home defeats all season last season. Does he have world-class players? He came in from Villa. He came in with Villa in relegation. I don't think Villa was a relegation, but I get your point. And finished 7th. And the next season he finished 4th, and it's already in the Champions League. I get your point, bro. I get your point, right? I'm not saying I don't know why people mental try to understand me. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. If the board wants to sack Erik ten Hag, of what I'm saying, right? Managers have lost their job. Of what I'm saying, from what I'm seeing from last season up to this very point, managers have lost their job, right? On this account. But I'm saying for me, not everybody. For me, if the top is saying, okay, we give you until December, I'm giving him until December. If the top says, okay, enough is enough, I say enough because it's whatever. Because I've left everything in their hands.
Bro, did you see Radcliffe in the stand today? Did you see him today?
I saw his face. I will tell you now.
Okay. So
it will be worse because it will even go further than Casemiro chasing the ball to make. I just said it. I said for me, Eric Ten Hag has to draw up a system where he says, you know what, both my fullbacks cannot advance at the same time. It's either Mazuari is advancing and Dalot is supporting. Whilst let me put it this way: four at the back, right? Mazuari, Dalot on the left, Delete and Martinez, right?
Mhm.
Now we're on the attack, so it's going to be Mazraoui and Dilo supposed to support, right? And our eight, who is Kobe Mainu, that he's playing right now, joins up the attack to try to do the team press up there, right? Leaving
Mhm.
Casemiro to stand in. I'm saying right now that in that formation, one person, whether if it's Mazraoui that's advancing forward, Delo has to come closer to whoever the 6 is, be it Casemiro, be it Maino, be it Ugarte. One of them have to come in. Why our left center back has to just stand in between the position of his position and that of the left back? Because if that, by so doing, at least you have two bodies in the midfield. So if those guys decide to break, you have two bodies in the midfield. Unlike what we saw today, Mazraoui and Delo up front, the minute they got the ball, it was only Casemiro, our two of our center backs. That was it. That was it. Like they were the one pass from the left side of their, maybe from Szoboszlai to Salah, and they were true on goal, bro. They were true on goal. So for me, the man has to look at this game. Look, even the Fulham game, we had the same problem at the Fulham game. He has to look at this game. He has to look at the Fulham game and maybe refine it. You can actually refine it without actually losing the core of what you want to do. So for me, like I said, people are right to call him out, to say enough is enough. From what they saw last season up to this minute, people are right to call him out. But I've said last season, I said, I'm not going to go back on it. I've said, I will give this guy under this new structure until at least December. If we still see the same thing, because there's not going to be injuries, there are going to be new players. If we still see the same thing happening, then I know that this manager's tactics, his style of play,
So
will not work.
you know, I would like to see. I would like to see Van Nistelrooy coach one match. I would like to see Van Nistelrooy coach one match, and Ten Hag just sit down. I would like to see that. Reason being, I would like to see that is simple. Van Nistelrooy is a little younger than Ten Hag. I feel like he has a little different experience than Ten Hag. Although Ten Hag won more trophies than Van Nistelrooy as far as managing or whatever, right? But at the same time, bro, I feel as if we keep up this nonsense, yeah, bro, the guy gonna go through the door.
For me, my cry to everybody is, yeah, do what makes it easy for you to take on with the current state at the football club, right? But just for check out if you have to, because do I see it getting better? Maybe.
No,
If the no, I said why I said maybe, and I'm going to say if the manager, bro, I'm not. Oh, what this guy say? I'm not Drake to say how can you be okay with the manager who takes 2.5 years to understand what works in the league, just so the manager is not as smart as he seems. I agree with you, right? But the truth is, I'm not okay with it, bro. I am not okay with it. But guess what? It's not in my hands, right? So that's why I said I've already put my faith and my trust in the structure. I said it last season, towards the end of last season. Tess can bear me witness. A few persons can bear me witness, right? I said it this season, and I'm going to be watching the structure. They wanted to sack him. They actually did sack him in my mind. They sacked him, but because they had an interview with him again and said, okay, of all the people we interviewed, you would hold on to the job. And what they did, they didn't give him a new contract. They extended what he had on the table by a year, right? So, and I said, and this is what I said, I'm going to back the structure to do what they need to do. For me, I'm calling it out.
I honestly think he should have went out the door. Honestly, I think he should have went straight out the door.
Tess, what did I tell you when we spoke on phone? I told you, like, I felt like the manager should have gone. They should have sacked him, right?
Yeah. I said they should have sacked him from the
They should
beginning.
have sacked him. I told Tess on phone, like, they should have sacked him last season. Towards the end last season, tell him, okay, you won the FA Cup, but you know what, we're moving on a different trajectory. If they had done that, I would have been okay. If they kept him, I'm still okay. But I'm saying I'm not okay with it. I've called out his system, right? Okay. If it was up to you, would you sack Ten Hag right now to save the season? Or if it was up to me,
Of course,
if it was
I
up
would
to
have
me, I
sacked
would.
him.
Oh, bro, if it was up to me, but guess what? It's not up to me. If it was up to me, so
Bro.
that's why.
No, so no, I don't know. I just want, as in, sorry, just sorry to cut you. I just want, I know everyone is a bit what they call it, a bit, it's a lot of
Let
emotions,
me
right?
just test before you go on. If it was up to me, it would have done after the FA Cup. I wouldn't have kept him. I would have just told him, okay, you won the FA Cup. You have to live on a high. That's what I would have done. Right now, I'd have kept him. I would have given him until December.
So you see how we say, right? We say we're trying to break down the game, and probably if you're looking at what they call, I know the eye test tells everything, right? But if you look at some key stats though in the game, right, it tells a different story though. And let's start with that's what I'm saying, right? It's possible, what like the director is mentioning, there's a tactical piece of it from the manager side, which I think players need to adapt to, right? For example, if you look at the for possession, Man United, Manchester United had 57, Liverpool had 43. So basically, we dominated majority of the game. Liverpool, basically, they were just looking for what they call the counter. Now, where there was a bit of change, right, a bit of tweak, right, which won Liverpool the game is the shots, and a shot on target. We had 10, Liverpool had 12, with 6 on target and 2 on target. I think with that 10, we need to be a bit more adventurous, right? Taking a bit more what they call it, the onus, right, to basically go and probably like beat players, or at least be a bit more adventurous. I think that's where we lost the
More
game.
creative.
More creative. Now, from a pass accuracy standpoint, if you look at now United and Liverpool, we're 85 and they're 79, meaning, right, they lost the ball more than us. We couldn't capitalize.
Yeah. Because remember, almost said this, Tesh, almost said is that Liverpool are going to be giving us the ball a lot to see what we can do. It's our utilization of the ball. That's where the problem is. Continue.
So and lastly, right, if you're looking from a corner perspective, we had 5, they had 4. So I think though, right, while the game doesn't look good on the eye, I think a bit of time, like Rasta said, 8 games. I think 8 games might be too short, probably 10 games, right? Might probably see a gradual change in the team with new players trying to blend to Eric Ten Hag's system. And that's if it works. Because if looking at these stats, right, there is hope. There's hope that things will change. We probably just got to be to I won't say unlucky.
No, bro. It needs to be changed, or it will be his job, bro. It
No,
needs change, bro.
but before I come to Tommy, Rasta, but you just said now you're willing to give him another
No,
5.
no. I'm willing to give it to him, bro. But he said there's hope to change. I'm just saying it
No, but
needs to be changed, bro. It
Rasta,
needs to change.
if you're willing to give him another 5 games, right? It means that you are leaving up the hope as well. You are leaving up the fact that you believe
yes.
he can change it.
I'm giving him the hope, but at the same time,
Mhm.
50-50 on the players, 50-50 on the manager, the coaching staff, because if there's no change, bro, there will be fire.
No,
There will be fire.
Rasta, the fire is inevitable. There's no change, right? But the truth is, the fact that you are willing to give, I'll read this comment now. The fact that you are willing to give him some game, right? At least 5, 6, right? Means that okay, you still feel like he would learn something from this, right? And if he doesn't after 5 games, if he doesn't learn from these games, these first 3 we've had, therefore means on you know that
Listen, bro. If Liverpool just came and just wiped the floor with us like that, bro, like, and I'm not really too worried about these other teams. I'm talking about like a Arsenal, a Chelsea. You feel me? They're gonna do the same thing, bro. So I'll give him chances, bro. But there needs to be gradual improvement, because if there's no gradual improvement, bro, there will be fire. So yes, I'll give him a chance for the other games, but after that, he
Rasta,
got to go through the door.
Rasta, this thing that you guys talk fire. sacking Ten Hag is the inevitable if he continues, right?
Yes.
If he continues, sacking Ten Hag is
So we need this. What we need is a good part.
what we need.
Yeah.
This is not me
I
trying
think
to
you heard
sell.
what I said. I said yes. I
This is
would
not me
love to
trying
see
to sell.
change. No.
This is not me
I'm saying
trying
I
to.
would love to see the change, and he better make sure that there's change, because if it's the same pattern we're slipping into, because listen, we're already starting to slip in the same pattern.
Yes,
We're
Tommy.
already starting to slip in the
But no,
same pattern. So,
Tommy.
bro, listen.
no. We're slipping in. It's like it gets worse than it gets better. I think that's what I'm hoping. That's what's
Ooh,
happening.
Tommy. After
God.
the international break, what would you like to see? I know you put up I think the formation you would love to see, right? But what do you think how do you see the manager turning this around after the international break?
Well, I don't think our season's going to be defined by a third game in this season against a Liverpool side that consistently finished top four. They're way ahead of us. So I would like to see Rabiot's still possible on a free, and we need experience and strength in that midfield. We can still get him in because he's a free agent. I think we need to bring him in ASAP. I also think that if we're going to play Casemiro, in an ideal world, Agarty's going to be fit by the time we come back from and ready to play. By the time we come back from the international break, but is he going to go away and play as well?
He would play. He would play with. He's from Uruguay, right? He'll be
So
he'll
he's
be
going to
playing
go away and play.
Yeah, he'll be playing for the.
Is
Because
he
they
going
have
to be
a
fit when he comes back? I mean, let's hope that during the international break, the 2 games that he gets some minutes into his legs, and we can see that he's good enough to come back and start. Because Eric Ten Hag said in the press conference, didn't he? Oh, it could be a few weeks yet.
Yes, he said weeks and months.
Really,
I think
we need him. We need him ASAP. But I'd like to see a change in formation. I think Rashford needs to be benched. I know it says in his contract you're not allowed to sub me. It bloody must do because he'd never take it off. He must get in his contract or something, fellas, because he never takes him off, even though he's got no confidence at all.
Guys in the chat, sorry, I'll come to you, Tommy. Just hold on. Guys in the chat, what I know you're all mental. I know you're already going off. You want to sack this manager today. I agree with you, bro. If it was you, you'd be kicking him out of the dressing room after the game. I understand. But guess what, mental? He's still here. What would you like to see him do to change this around? Let me know in the chat. Go ahead, Tommy.
Well, I think if anything, he's got to sort out the midfield absolutely ASAP, because our progressive play, we play out from the back. When we get to the wings, we get trapped on the wings. Then we haven't got that inside pass. We haven't got the movement from our midfielders to get the ball out and get to the final third. So often than not, what you saw today was when we get it out to the wings, the forward players aren't in the final third yet because they're still stood on the halfway line because we're going backwards and forwards, and we're not being progressive enough with our play because we haven't got the confidence in the midfield. If we had somebody in the midfield that can turn on the ball and go, a bit like what Mainu does, then it would improve drastically. And it will improve, guys. It will improve. Don't forget we're playing one of the top midfielders in Europe. So, yeah, but Rashford needs to be on the bench. Garnacho on the left. And Matt, look at the difference Ahmad made when he come on.
I was going to speak. Yeah, bro. He had the second most touches in the opposition box, following Salah. Salah had 11. He had 5. And guess what? He came on the 69th minute or so.
And I also agree with your point as well.
Let me tell you something, bro. You see Rashford and Casemiro, I think they should just be substitutes.
Yeah.
Substitutes. That they're just good enough for substitutes. That's it. That's it.
And we've got to sort out the wing when the left and right back forward and one stays and one goes. Roy Keane said it after the game, and him and Gary Neville had a little bit of an argument about it. Well, if the right back goes, the left back stays. If the left back goes, the right back stays. I mean, that's just simple football. But you're right. I do think there's something with the formation.
I didn't even listen to them, so I'm like, why are we 2 players running forward?
Yeah, Roy Keane said it, dude, after the game. Him and Gary Neville were arguing about.
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see it as a manager. for Man United. You know who I would love to be a manager for Man United?
Ooh.
Guess. Just take a wild guess.
Let me see. Nagelsmann.
No, you just said
Mourinho.
the name. No.
Mourinho back.
You just said the name.
Roy Keane.
Roy
Yes,
Keane.
cause you know why? Yo, he will chew them
You
up,
all listen to
bro.
people.
He will chew them up, bro. Bro, listen, bro. One thing I respect about Roy Keane, even when he was playing on the pitch and you made a mistake, bro, he'll tell you why are you making that mistake? Why are
Yeah.
you doing that?
Guys,
Can you
we'll have to
imagine
wrap
turning
up.
up to training late when Roy Keane's the manager?
No, you can't do
Yeah,
that. You can't. Is
no,
it?
yeah, bro. These players need that though.
No,
They need that.
it's either you turn up to training late when Roy Keane is the manager. It's either the board would sack him that day, or the player would have to leave. So, Man says we'll end up in League Two. No, I think what we're
But no, bro, but we need that type of thing in the dressing room, bro. Bro, I remember I was watching a clip on YouTube. Somebody asked you, Roy, can you hate when players are late? What happened when the players at Man United late? They weren't. They weren't. He made sure tell them you
he's the
lot better
captain.
show up on time.
He's the captain. Yeah, I no Temba. This comment. See, if there's something I've known to do right from even not second season, from Eric Ten Hag's first season, is not to listen to his post game interview. I've decided so when people are telling me that I back the manager, the people don't know. I've decided not to listen to it because sometimes he say things that I don't agree with. I'm like, let me just for my own sanity. I decide because something like this, saying things I don't think is right to say, it feels the same last year. We can. Why did he bring XG into the conversation, bro?
He's looking at Twitter.
My days, bro. My days, bro. My days, bro.
Mm-mm.
Mental bugging. Tell me. Okay, now tell me. I know you've given up on the manager, but right now you've seen what has happened. Tweak what you think the manager should do. Put something in the manager's head.
The ladies, yeah.
I think for the manager now. Hypothetically think of what you think the manager should do, and let me know before we wrap up the show. I'm gonna take last words from you guys before we go. Tommy, I know you're hopeful. You just want to see if he could turn things around and just
Yeah.
are you like me going to go with whatever the top guys do, or
This 2-week break will do us good, I think. I think we can have a quick reset. We're not going to play Liverpool every week, so we'll do better. I think as the season goes on, we will get better, and Agati coming in will get better. I think match legs, we need another 3 or 4 games. But if Eric Ten Hag loses the next 3 games, then he could really be in trouble. But at the same time, I'd like to think that we're going to get over this one and start getting points now. So, but Rashford's got to go on the bench, Garnacho on the left, Ahmad on the right for me. Or a changing formation.
yo,
But the thing is the manager going to do that? That's the next thing.
no,
Is
but
he going to do that?
this is what mental
Probably
ball
not.
game is. No, this is what mental ball. And I actually, the thing is, I don't know. I've not met mental ball game in person, but we are thinking alike because I actually told my Tesh right there after the game, after the show. I said, why didn't he just play like he played against Liverpool last season when we didn't have injuries and he kept it compact, right? Because he knew the strength of Liverpool. Why didn't he just do that? I know it's at Old Trafford, people are expecting you to go win, play to your style of football. But once you saw that you were getting your tactics has been swamped up, your tactics has been eaten and spat out, right? Why don't you just revert to like a 4-2-2? Because now mental ball game is saying if for him to give this man a chance, I believe he said play like we did in the FA Cup final, get back to basics, stop conceding first, then build from that. And this is something I told Tess, like the minute we concede goals, right? It feels like the players are like, this game is done. Let's go to the next one. We lost this one already, right? But it is what it is. Rasta,
Yeah.
tell me, I know you're a little bit hopeful. You've said 8 games, then 5 more games before you start bringing all the knives and the guns and everything
Yes.
from where you kept them, right? So
Yes.
So you're just hopeful for you. Tell me, you're just hopeful that the manager does everything right in the next 5 games and kicks on from
Yeah.
there.
Like I said, we're not gonna-
Yes. And also Rashford and Casemiro just needs to be substitutions. That's it. But I feel like if he substitute keep them as substitution, bro, we'll be good. We'll be great. I feel like we will be good. We'll be great. But if he continues to play the way he playing, yeah, we're screwed.
Tess, you're gonna wrap up the show. Let me just wrap up my thing, right?
Let me drop. Then you can wrap up, please. Let me drop.
Okay.
You can wrap up, please. Okay, two things though. I think there's a lot in this game. A lot of things happen, right? I think there are several key points where you can probably say Ten Hag needs to improve. But I'll take two things here. I'm looking at strengthening the midfield and again enhancing and play, right? Enhancing the pressing and then transitional play. If you see, right, so from a midfield perspective, right, Casemiro's poor performance, right, and basically shows us that you know what, we actually lack depth. We have
Yeah.
to bring in Coyle in the game, right? I know we already have Bogate, but I think that we still have what's his name, Rabio in the market. I think we need, if we can get Rabiot to help us, right, in that midfield, I'll probably tell them Ineos to go for it. We need to strengthen the midfield. Imagine taking out Casemiro, and the next one we're bringing out Koiler. That tells you what basically midfield is that. Now, enhanced pressing and transitional play. You can see today Liverpool's pressing, right, the way they play exposed our full weakness from a transitional standpoint. Ten Hag needs to one thing, because we as a player, you can see we are marked in twos, right? How do we take advantage of that, right? Ten Hag basically must try to work on what our ability, one, to handle pressure and improve what they call it, the our counter pressing in the game. So I think though Ten Hag is something he needs to work on, because I think like you mentioned in the stream, that if there are two players or three players marking you, then there's a space somewhere. How do we
Mm-hmm.
utilize that space, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ten Hag needs to work with the players on that.
And
So go ahead.
no. I agree with you. I just said I agree with you.
Yeah, so I think Ten Hag needs to work on those two things. There's a lot to work on, but those two we need to. And lastly, though, if we and just to wrap up, right? If we are and how we're playing, I see so much space. If we can probably be a bit more cohesive, like where the players have options, where it's three players are marking you, you can easily see an option. I think Ten Hag, if he can improve that, he needs to improve that as well to give us at least a chance moving forward in future games.
And one
Or
and one final thing in the press conference, our manager stop need to sound like he doesn't have a clue,
I know
and
it's a
and stop talking nonsense.
yeah,
Seriously,
yeah, yeah,
stop
yeah.
talking nonsense.
Yeah, mental. I heard what he said, and this is what I've been saying. And I told Tesh, the man came in, saw our weakness, and exploited it. They, by so doing, let's not let, and he came prepared because he has seen. He said it. He saw their first game. He saw what we tried to do last season, and he saw our first game of this season, and he came prepared. Right now, that's a man that okay, he knows that okay, if I don't play to my strength, if I don't, I exploit this guy's weakness and see if I could get it right. And they asked him, was it a bit of a gamble to actually leave some of your players up, right, against United? He said not really a gamble if their player don't cover up. He said something like that, and that's what I could. Not a gamble if the opposition players does not cover up, because he said his wingers were able to go back and cover, right? And our system is so open. They played a very risky game today, using three. If you play, I'm waiting to see what they will play against Brighton. If they do that 3 thing against Brighton or 2, Brighton players know how to elude. They know how to take. They know how to
Southampton.
beat the press. No, we are playing Southampton. I'm saying I'm waiting to see Liverpool play Brighton. If they do the same thing against Brighton, right, then they would punish. Because whenever you go with 3, right, there is a space, and our players should be anticipating. And another thing I would say while I was wrap up the show, the manager should tell players like Casemiro, please do not have Pelo's number on your back. Win the
Yeah.
tackle, give the ball to someone who can pass, right?
Yep.
And was and Slot
And Casemiro, this is not Real Madrid, Casemiro. This is Manchester United.
was and Slot came with the tactics. He also left his back door open, which we did not exploit. We did not exploit it. The back door was so open that the man was like, you know what? I'm going to go on a vacation. Nobody's going to come steal my property.
Do you mean slot?
Yes. Yes.
So, and this statement, no, thank you for bringing out Temba. This statement from this is what they do. They protect their own, but it is what it is. If Marcus Rashford's name was something Marciliano Rasfido, it would have Rashford.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like you see Gary Neville. Sometimes he gets on my nerves too, bro. Like some of the stuff he be talking, I'll be like, bro, shut up. You're not playing anymore. Just shut up.
Guys,
You're not playing anymore.
Guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. At least I know Mental Ball Game was paced, bro. Mental Ball Game was paced. It's been I haven't seen him like that because it was
the first time I actually heard his voice.
It was Mental Ball Game from last season. He was one of the few persons that were saying, guys, let's just calm down, right? Love injury. He was trying to, but for him to come up like that, I knew Mental Ball Game is hard enough. Even himself, Vegeta, they've had enough, right? And big up to you, Mental Ball Game. It's like we all know, it's all opinion, right? It's at the end of the day, the ball, the decision, the power that be, they are the one that actually could make the decision. You and I can just give our thoughts about what we see as a fan, right? Guys, big up yourself. And if there's any way anybody feels like their opinion has been suppressed, because no, we are not. We don't have, our opinion is not gospel. It's just what we think. And yeah, everybody have different threshold for pain, bro. Everybody has a different threshold for pain. For someone like me, I could take it. For you, you might be able to say, you know what, I'm done, right? And it's all it is. That's the beauty about being a fan, because if we all think one way, then there's nothing left.
At the end of the day, bro, we just want our players to play like they mean it, bro. Play like you mean it. That's it.
Until that's a very nice note to actually drop the end this show, guys. Until we see you again, do take care of yourself. Big up. Man says he can't sleep, bro. Just listen to a movie, watch something, right? Listen to music or something, but just take it easy, guys. Stay safe. Don't forget, we love you all. Peace.
All right, guys. Later. All right.